Uganda is one of the most interesting countries in the world. It's rich in culture, nature, and history.
You member of the Commonwealth?
Today I'm traveling from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, and I will be traveling all the way to Uganda. So I've just got to Dubai airport and I'm flying to Uganda. It's unbelievable. I've never been really excited as I am today in my whole life. Once I arrive in Uganda, I'm heading on a trip across the entire northern part of the country, starting from the northwest, showing you what this East African country has to offer and why many people have rated it among the most beautiful countries on the planet. I start my journey in Entebbe, a small but beautiful town where I grew up. It's also where the country's only international airport is located. Then I set off to Kampala and finally join these guys, Derek Senyonyi and Nelly Ties, who are both renowned photographers in the country. This is Ragd, a software engineer at the NAS company, and he's also coming along. And Salim Opo, who's a young entrepreneur in Uganda, on a road trip for 7 days where we take on the entire country under the theme Destination My Uganda.
Destination My Uganda.
This is the very first of the 5 episodes. Trust me, this is a video you don't want to miss.
I've been to places in Uganda, but I can tell you this place is a top deal. Where are you from? Turkey.
We decided to meet up in the afternoon at this place formerly known to as ShopRite Lugogo. But of course, fuel is very important for any journey, so we decided to refuel at Starbucks Nigeria before setting off to Mission Falls, which is one of the biggest national parks in Uganda. On the way, we came across this really nice and old local market where we decided to get on a pit stop for refreshments. This market is in Luwero district, and every local person that we met here was kind and awesome to us.
You see, these are people that depend on the little money they get from selling these things. This is why they get the money to pay their bills, educate their children, and live through life as a whole.
Here we bought a lot of foods. We roasted nyama choma and of course made videos with the local vendors.
Everything that we eat here in Uganda is fresh!
We left this market and continued on our journey to Western Uganda. As we progressed on our journey, the sun started to fall and the night came in. That's when we came across this site, where rusty oil barrels were lined up in rows with many unpainted iron sheets. We later came on to realize that this was actually a site where grasshoppers were being harvested.
Grasshoppers literally come and fall off this and eventually fall inside this plastic bag, and then they get caught.
Because we had so many pit stops on the road, we ended up traveling very late at night, and this was the scariest part of the trip. We passed through this really dark road with no lights and nothing at all, and the nearest town was like 100 kilometers behind. This road was secluded and no form of life seemed to be present there.
Bro. Sometimes Google Maps. No, the problem we are offline. Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you.
At this time, we were already in the park perimeters, and to our surprise, there was a local community living here as far as this road ended. Finally, at around 1:30 a.m., we got to the lodge where we were going to stay.
Hello.
Hello.
You're most welcome at Nkundwa View Lodge.
Thank you so much. Guys, finally, after a very long day of travel, we've made it to Nkundwa Nile View Lodge, and this place is beautiful. Like, it looks so beautiful. But for now, let's go have dinner, take a rest, and I'll show you what this place looks like tomorrow.
On the second day of the trip, we woke up very early in the morning. We were already up by 5 a.m. Our itinerary on this day was jam-packed with many activities, making it more eventful than the previous day. Our plan was to go on a boat ride down the river, exploring the falls at the bottom, then return to our accommodation before driving up to the top of the waterfall in the evening. From there, we would have a spectacular aerial view of the falls while enjoying our lunch on Christmas Eve. Good morning. Right now we are paying to enter the park. We're gonna have a boat ride, we're gonna go for a game drive, and of course we're gonna see the strongest waterfall in the world. I can't wait to show you guys. We departed the lodge very early in the morning and drove for about 30 minutes to reach the game park entrance. Upon arrival, we paid an entrance fee, with our friend Rag being a non-resident paying around $40, while the rest of us being locals each paid around $5. Once inside the park, we drove to the pier where we boarded the boat for the scenic ride to the bottom of the falls. The boat ride was slightly costly, costing around $70 or 270,000 Ugandan shillings approximately. We have so many boats here because guess what? It's time for a boat cruise. We're gonna be cruising on the River Nile, the longest river in the world. We're gonna see tons of animals on this exciting journey. Derek,
Yo,
how are you feeling?
man, I'm just looking forward to enjoying this night. It's been a while.
Oh, in a vibe or what? In a vibe?
Get it? Yeah.
I got a vibe. We got onto the boat and the river was calm and serene. We were lucky to be treated with a range of sights, including hippos, crocodiles basking in the sun along the river banks. Guys, so right now we are on the River Nile, the longest river in the world. Technically it is, and that is a Nile crocodile. It's one of the most dangerous types of crocodile. As we got closer to the bottom of the falls, the sound of the rushing water grew louder and more intense. It was a thrilling experience to witness the power of the falls up close. As we approached the bottom of the falls, we realized that it was impossible to proceed any further due to the intensity of the water flow. The falls were getting too strong and it was not safe to go any further, even though we wanted to explore further downstream and see more of these magnificent waterfalls. After spending some time in the beauty of the waterfalls, we turned back our boat and made our way back to the pier. And finally, another activity was done on our itinerary.
We've just came out of the boat ride and it was so scenic. We've got to see the Maction Falls. We've seen so many different types of birds. We've seen crocodiles, we've seen hippos. This was an experience of a lifetime.
Upon returning to our accommodation, we took some time to explore the place and the surroundings.
Guys, this place is insane.
You see, we were staying at Nkundwa Nile View for 2 nights. One thing that I loved the most about this place was the stunning view of the African savannah from their pool. Guys, this is the place where we are staying. It's called Nkundwa Nile View Lodge and it's beautiful. One of the things that I love in this place is the art. This place is full of art, it's wooden, and of course, it's beautiful. The lodge was constructed out of wood, which blended seamlessly with the surrounding environment. We enjoyed taking a stroll around the lodge, admiring the beautiful scenery, which was filled with lush greenery. Come, let me show you what's inside these cottages. This is where we spent the night. These rooms are really beautiful. You have a big bed, a workstation, some nice lights, and a balcony by the longest river in the world.
Nkundwa is so nice. Even water tastes different.
At around 2 p.m. we left the lodge again, and this time round we were embarking on a journey to the top of the falls. The drive was to last about 45 minutes to an hour long, with winding roads that had scenic views.
So yeah guys, on the way to the Maction Falls, we're gonna be on top of the falls, and right now we have just decided to stop by and take a break, explore nature in its purest form, and of course enjoy the beautiful Uganda.
Upon reaching the top of the falls, we were amazed by the breathtaking views. The falls looked spectacular and stunning from above. We had lunch at the waterfall, surrounded by the beauty of nature. And as time went on, we explored the area and got closer to the falls.
What are you doing in Uganda?
I am Rashid.
Where are you from?
Same brother, same. We are from Turkey.
You're from Istanbul?
We are from Turkey. We are doing clothes in Uganda.
And you're in Uganda?
We are enjoying Uganda.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why we
Give me 5. High five.
Yes.
High five. High five. Thank you.
We didn't have much time to stay at the top of the falls, as we had to move on to our final activity of the day, the game drive. However, something unexpected happened. You see, most of the wildlife is located on the northern bank of the River Nile, but we were on the southern side. It would take at least 1 hour to drive to the part of the park where the safari was, and it was already getting dark. Since we were short on time, we decided to cross over, but only stopped at the bridge, which offered a stunning view of the river and the surrounding landscape. It was at this point that the sun was setting. we got to witness one of the most magnificent sunsets that we had ever seen. As we were admiring the sunset, we had the opportunity to interact with park rangers. They were knowledgeable and friendly, and we got to learn about the wildlife in the park. As the day came to an end, we made our way back to the lodge, where we had delicious dinner and reflected on the day's adventures. We were exhausted at this time, but we had experienced one of the most incredible natural wonders that Uganda has to offer. In the next episode, we depart from Mashon Falls and embark on a new adventure to the northern part of the country. Our journey continues as we explore this stunning waterfall and meet the fascinating Karamojong tribe, where we learn about their way of life, discovering what it's truly like to live in this part of Africa. Subscribe now and stay tuned for the next episode.